From the beginning of time, man has always had a pursuit of the best quality of life possible. That quality of life is not possible without resources. The form of resources we have accumulated has changed over time from cowrie shells, state-controlled money, precious metals, real estate, and stocks and bonds. Over the past 100 years, the world has been dominated by the US dollar and its reserves. But everything that has a beginning also has an end. A new financial revolution is upon us with the emergence of a digital economy. The way we earn, spend, and accumulate resources is fundamentally changing. A new asset has appeared that the wealthy have overlooked. Bitcoin has become the best performing asset of the past decade by far. With only 21 million ever in existence, there are more millionaires and billionaires in the world today than there are Bitcoin. Just by holding 0.25 Bitcoin today will put you in the top 1% asset holders in the world in the next 5 to 10 years. If you had invested $100,000 in Bitcoin in 2013, today it will be worth more than $15 million. Bitcoin billionaire Raoul Pal says, Bitcoin's performance is so dominant and so all-encompassing that it is going to suck in every single asset narrative dry and spit it out. Never before in my career have I seen a trade so dominant that holding any other assets makes almost no sense. This is not an industry you can afford to ignore. If you want to remain in business, then you must adapt. Are you offering services in Bitcoin? Are you accepting payments with digital currencies? Have you adopted blockchain technology? Blockbuster Video at one point was the most dominant video service in the world. They had the opportunity to be part of Netflix, but they ignored the changing technology. Where is Blockbuster today? Where will you be tomorrow? Imagine a world where everybody is connected. Imagine a world where somebody in Japan can do a transaction with somebody in the United States without high banking fees. Imagine a world no longer ruled by greedy corporate banks. There's going to come a time when we think of central banks in the same way we think about calling an operator to talk to a friend on the phone. This weird, annoying entity that came between us and the things we actually wanted. You aren't going to drown in fees anymore. You aren't going to borrow money from a bank. You aren't going to fight a half a dozen middlemen. It'll just be you and your money anywhere on earth. And once this happens, cryptocurrency could very well make the US dollar obsolete. Once people understand how easy this is and get used to it, the demand for legacy money controlled by a government and bank is going to plummet like a rock. Welcome to the world of cryptocurrency.
The wealthy have a secret.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Did you know that some of the biggest companies in the world are buying and/or positioning themselves into Web3?
here watching history be made. Bitcoin is now up to $111. It's an all-time high, and it's continuing to rise. I've seen it break 3 times today. It went up to 110, and this is the highest that it's been. It's ridiculous. Last trade, 189 Bitcoin for $111. Jeez, that's amazing to me.
All right, now don't freak out. Don't freak out. Bitcoin is not $111, but at one time it was, and that was an all-time high. Back in those days, the early miners of Bitcoin had no idea what they were sitting on. If they knew that 11 years in the future, Bitcoin would have reached $70,000 a coin, that dude's head would have exploded if you told him that back then. So welcome, everybody. Good morning. My name is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. I'm the founder and CEO of Ivy League Crypto Academy, ILCA for short. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule for being here. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I share information for entertainment, training, and educational purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. This is our normally scheduled crypto talk for the public on Saturday, but we're going to have something special today. We're going to be interviewing the crew behind nSights Trader platform, which is the back end of the DFY, which we interviewed that crew a couple of weeks ago. So go ahead and type in the chat box where you're listening in from. I like to recognize some of you guys because you're from all over the world. Keith Birch from Burlington, North Carolina. And forgive my voice and throat. My youngest son brought a bug home this past week, and it has knocked me off my feet. So just bear with me today. I said we've got Joyce Easley on the line, Dave Winters, Daryl Weston from Texas, Judy from Toronto. See you, Diane Williamson. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Miss Marnie DaCosta from Colorado, Leonard Long from Hesperia, California, Patty Geis from San Diego, Mr. Albert from Connecticut, Yashika Hawkins from Georgia. Yeah, that's Judy. Liz Wright from Virginia, Dorothy from Tampa, Florida. I see you, Mike. Mike from New Jersey. See Facebook, Kevin from Georgia. Welcome. See from St. Petersburg, Florida. That's Jacqueline. It's Jacqueline from St. Petersburg, Jacqueline Briggs. We also have another Jacqueline from the ATL. Good morning. Tammy from Florida, Tampa, Florida. Good morning. See Melissa from the UK. Good morning, Melissa. Leonard Long. You sound good. Well, yeah, I have a little. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. See Tammy from South Carolina. Anna Clark from Dominica. Good morning. I see you, Melvin, on YouTube. Elton from Massachusetts. Demetrius from Texas. Janelle from Colorado. Jason from St. Louis. Good morning, Jason. Melanie from Chicago. Melanie has the distinction of saying she was one of the guests at my very first Bitcoin boot camp in Chicago years ago. See Nathan, good morning. Carla from St. Louis. Marlon from New Jersey. Stan from Elan, North Carolina. I see you, Doreen Buckner. Oh, Melvin wants to represent. He's from Long Island, New York. Good morning, George from South Carolina. All right. So good morning, everybody. We're going to have an exciting time. As you guys know, a couple of weeks ago, well, not a week and a half ago, I announced my new ILCA Elite group, where some opportunities we want to take advantage of on the passive side, the ability to earn passive income without having to recruit. And one of the products that we have brought to the table is DFY, done for you trade, done for you airdrops. And one thing that I always appreciate is that in the crypto space, I always say education is key, education is everything. But people come into the space and want to skip the education part, and they just want to go straight to making money. They want to be able to put $1 in the machine on Monday and pull $1 million out on Friday. And when that doesn't happen, they think they got scammed or things don't work. But it's not necessarily their fault. Is that there's a lot of opportunities out there that are promoting that way. guaranteeing you certain type of returns. And they have always, I have not seen any of them that have promoted that way that have ever succeeded. But the dream of earning passive income, learning a new skill set is still there. And we want to make sure we offer that to our community. So education is still number one key. That's first. People, Brandon, I got $50,000. Where should I put it? Education first. Then learn everything else. Then get into other things first. So we want to make sure in our community, we bring to you projects that we believe have the best potential for you to have success with the least amount of risk. There's no such thing as no risk, but the least amount of risk. So following up, you can call it kind of this part two. What I love about the Next Web DFY ecosystem is that there's three main components that we are very excited about. We did the DFY. Today, we're going to go on to the second component of this, which is the nSights Defi Trader. We've got the team here with us that's going to talk about, who they are, their past, where they come from, why they got into crypto, and what they see this is going in the future and the product that they've created for the community. And then in the future, there's a third component to the DFY, which is the metaverse. I am already in the beta side of the other verse, and I am loving it. I'm loving what they're creating and the ideas that can even do. So that's going to be in the future. So today, I want to introduce to you guys the team, but mainly the main gentleman. His name is Mr. Doug Kyle. He's a founder and CTO of Digibot and nSights Defi Trader, founding partner of the Nexus ecosystem. Now, he began his career as a foreign currency trader in 2004. Doug has since become a renowned figure in the trading world. Over the years, he has imparted his knowledge to thousands of individuals and has been featured as a guest speaker on the Ninja trading platform multiple times. With a wealth of experience in foreign currency trading, Doug has developed numerous trading strategies and automated trading indicators. Drawing from his extensive background, Doug has transitioned into the cryptocurrency trading markets where he continues to thrive. His passion for creating innovative tools led to the development of Digibot, which is a centralized auto trading bot, and nSights for the decentralized finance space. These ventures represent Doug's commitment to empowering both seasoned traders and beginners alike. Now, recognizing that such ambitious projects require a collaborative effort, Doug acknowledges the invaluable contributions of his programming team, led by Mudassar Abbas and his trading partner, Brendan Duff, and direct team, Deborah Caswell, who's in the design and infrastructure, and also Candace Luther, who's the trader support, along with 10 to 20 full-time programmers led by Mozam Ali. So we're not talking about, we've got some magical AI trading bot that you never hear from and you don't know who's behind it. There's a team behind this project. Together, they have worked tirelessly to bring their vision to fruition. Beyond his trading endeavors, Doug and his team are actively engaged in the technical design and build of the Nexus ecosystem's latest project with the DFY airdrops and the Avagamis. This initiative includes integrating nSights as a built-in utility, further solidifying Doug's dedication to advancing the trading landscape. That part I love. It's like they're all intertwined and connected, so we don't have to go to multiple places. So with that, I want to bring up Doug and his team. And one of these guys, you already recognize his face, Mr. Herschel Crow there. So I want to bring up Doug. Wait a minute. What happened to Doug? There you go.
Yeah.
he keeps dropping.
Every time I turn on my camera, it does that.
Yeah. It says, when you turn on your camera, it says device not supported. All right. Well, we might have to do it without your face.
Yeah. But we got the best looking people up there anyway. So
well, Doug, go ahead and introduce us to your team, and then I want to start asking you a couple of questions.
Okay, sure, yeah. Anything this size you can't do without a team, guys. And so, we have Candace on with us today. When Candace started, huh?
I said hi.
Hi. Yeah, when Candace started, and I think this is true with everybody that basically is on this team, a lot of people didn't know anything about crypto, didn't know anything about trading, right? And we were where everybody else on this call is, as the team, joined. Candace has done an unbelievable job for us in terms of customer support and helping customers move into the crypto space. Couldn't be more proud of her. She is a phenomenal resource for everybody. And if anybody gets stuck, they go to Candace. Deb, on the other hand, Deb had a tremendous background in software design, software development, so for some of the largest companies in the world. And it's a real privilege to have her on the team. She does all the back end and a lot of the flow and design that everybody sees, and really helps the whole group out in terms of making sure everything flows correctly. And so that's Miss Deborah there. So that's the team you see. But like you said, Brendan, who's not on, was trading with me back in Forex 20 almost years ago. The Mudassar Abbas's team of programmers, I've been working with them for over 8 years. I taught them everything about trading. I've got a extremely strong team that builds now trading software for us, and they understand trading. They love trading. And then I have the group that we just finished our launch of the airdrop system. So we are actually up and running on that. The team did a unbelievable job in the amount of time that we developed that piece of software. And it's world-class software. Nobody else has anything like it. And I think that's important to understand too, that everything that we have developed, you can't go buy off a shelf. It doesn't exist. So, but I owe a lot to a lot of people, and that's why we're here today, buddy.
Well, fantastic. Well, let's go back to the beginning. How did you get your start into crypto in the first place? I mean, a lot of us have been in the direct sales industry for a while, and then we made that transition into, I call it like our origin story, that transition into crypto to the dark side. Well, what is your origin story, Doug? What brought you to the crypto space?
Well, I did Forex for many, many years, and you'll see this when anybody gets involved with me, they'll feel where I'm coming from, and they'll understand my passion for what I do and why I do it. I went through 3 embezzlements in the Forex market. And one of the embezzlements was I was trading a very large fund out of Europe. And I woke up, this was almost Christmas Day. We had just moved to Prescott, Arizona. There was snow outside. I went in, I turned on my computer, and over $2 million was gone out of my trade account overnight. Gone. And so that was the 3rd embezzlement. First one was with Revco out of New York in 2004 or 5, whenever that embezzlement. They were the largest Forex company in the world at that time. And so I learned that the exchanges, once they had your money, it was their money, not your money, right? And it really put a bad taste in my mouth, to say the least. And so I kind of backed off from trading large amounts with people and helping people trade, because I couldn't control what was happening at the exchange. So Peter Gantner, who you guys met already, came to me. We were partners, had been partners for a couple of years in other companies and things that we were doing together. And he said, would you build a trading system for the crypto space? And I said, absolutely not. I had no interest in building it. But Peter, being the persistent person that he is, he finally got me to say yes, and that started Digibot. And the reason I did it, and I wouldn't have done it just because of Peter. The reason I did it is because it was an asset that you could own. It was a 1-to-1 leverage. You didn't have to trade it like Forex, where you're trading 50 or 100 or 500 to 1 leverage, where everybody had to be a very high-end trader to make any money. But I saw the power of being able to own the asset, And then I saw the power of Bitcoin and what I called the X factor back then, where, we were buying Bitcoin back then around $3,000 and less. And we all had visions like Michael Saylor has of Bitcoin going to $1 million each. And I thought, well, I don't have to trade leverage. All I have to do is accumulate. And if I accumulate, I can still help people become potentially millionaires. And so that was the turning point for me.
Now, what time, what year was this for you that this took place?
About 8-9 years ago, was it, Deb? Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, we can't hear you, Deb. Your mic is on. Just no sounds coming through.
Yeah, check out your system, man. Yeah, it was about 9 years ago now. Was when I started in on Digibot, and it took 3 years to develop Digibot. We had beta for almost 3 years. We don't do anything quick, right? We are very, very detailed in terms of making sure that people can make money with the tools that we're building. So yeah, it was 3 years in development and started about 9 years ago.
Hey, Doug, if I could interject, is my mic working now?
There you go.
Thank you so much. So we started in 2017 is when we started looking at crypto, and when Doug actually took our staff aside and started training us on how to trade crypto. I mean, and he started with what is crypto, like what is it? Because none of us knew. And Doug is a phenomenal trader and has been able to train all of us to learn this life skill that we can use in crypto or any trading platform in the world. So we are forever in debt to Doug for his teaching and training.
Well, I find it very interesting. And for you guys in the community, you might hear this over and over again. This is why I like asking that question. It seems that pivotal year that a lot of people in the crypto space today really came around was between that 2016, 2017 timeframe. That's when I got involved. I learned how to trade. I only started with $30 and everything I have came from that. And I've said over and over again, when you learn the skill of trading, you're a walking ATM machine. That skill set will be useful in everything you do in your crypto career because you understand what's going on. You understand the charts. You know how to read it. You know when the numbers are fluctuating, what's going to happen next. And although you're not 100% perfect, but you're better than not knowing any skill at all. So Doug, that leads me to my next question for you guys. So once you just started to create a trading platform with Digibots, what was the response from your members that started using it? What was their I don't want to say their success rate, but their ability to learn and become more confident in what they were doing?
Well, I think it was extremely strong because for most people, they didn't know anything at all. When we started back in those days, right? I had two mountains to climb back then. I had the mountain to climb that nobody really knew what crypto was, maybe didn't even believe in crypto, didn't have, how could this be real money? Well, I asked the same question, how can a dollar be real money? But we won't get into that. But we had to climb that mountain, right? What crypto was, but I also had to climb the mountain that nobody knew how to trade. And the positive thing with Digibot was when I was teaching people Forex and we're trading 101 leverage, market goes down 5 pips, people get stopped out, market ends up going down only 7 pips, turning around, running and making money, but you're already stopped out, right? Mm-hmm. I had to teach people that even traded and didn't trade a whole different mindset, that this was about accumulation of an asset and it was really about money management. And once you accumulate an asset, if you use proper money management, it's really hard to lose. And so once people began to understand that, and it's both true in Digi and nSights, our money management is really the foundation of why everything works. Plus, it's an asset that you own. So the more you own, and we went through this with Bitcoin. It's like when Bitcoin was 60,000 in its last big run up, everybody was buying at the top. When it got down to 16,000, I'm screaming from the mountaintop. It's time to buy, time to buy. And now everybody that I know, guys I play golf with, things I do socially, right? Oh, Bitcoin's back up. Should I buy some? No, you should have bought it at 16,000 when I was telling you to buy it, right? But no, it's still, Bitcoin is still going to go up, right? But the key is to educate people that this is it's a tool, it's a life change to accumulate assets, to own those assets, because we believe in the long run that there's a big upside to just about everything that we're doing. So I think the challenge was to teach both what crypto was and what trading was. So yeah.
Well, that's I'm right there with you. My experience was kind of the same. I had a lot of success, but also it was a little bit of luck because it was during the time when Bitcoin went from $1,000 to 20,000 in 1 year. But then after December 17th, 2017, when the market started to come down, and just like you, everybody at that time was buying at the high, thinking Bitcoin's going to keep going to the moon. And when it started to go the other way, they started panicking, selling high. And I actually made more money when the market was going down than going up. So then people ask, well, can you start to teach this? And I say, that's the whole point. If you get educated first, you'll know how to maneuver and to protect yourself. It's not a guarantee that you'll never lose any money. I don't know a single person in this space that has never lost money in crypto. That person doesn't exist. But I do know an educated person that's able to minimize their risk. And the fact that you're educating the community while teaching them, it really gets my respect. So the next question I've got for you is, a lot of people, in fact, the vast majority of people that lost money in crypto is because they joined programs that were advertised as, these get rich quick, give us your money, you don't have to do anything, and we guarantee you 1% a day, 3% a week, 15, 20% a month. And what ends up happening is either it's operating illegally, the SEC comes in and says they're illegal, shuts them down, or there's a rug pull and the owners run off to a different country with everybody's money. Explain, your concept with the DigiBoss, with the nSights. How is what you're doing different from what those other programs that were promising the world to the people is doing?
Well, the first thing is if you are giving your money to somebody else, flags should be going up, right? Because those are the ones that are either Ponzi schemes or rug pulls, like you say. In this case where I got embezzled, right? I've been down that road. In this way that I built both of these systems, you own the wallet. They're in your wallet. That was one of the deciding factors for me to get into crypto is that you didn't have to give your money to an exchange. You could be decentralized, right? You could own those assets. And so you don't ever give me your money. I don't want your money, right? I set up, 2FAs. I set up smart contracts on the smart chain where your wallet is attached to those. I can't get access to those. Nobody can. All the money comes from your wallet back to the smart contract, back to your wallet. You're in control. So the key is if somebody's promising you something and they're asking you to send your money to them, that's the first big red flag for me always. And the other thing that you were saying, and I live by this, right? And it's the Warren Buffett statement. Warren Buffett says, I get really worried or conservative when people are greedy, top of the market buying. And I get very greedy when people are worried, right? The bottom of the market. And so if you understand, what I do and what I teach is not just dollar cost averaging. I do what is called advanced dollar cost averaging and weighted cost averaging. And I build different tools to balance trades. Once you understand that, you you make more money going down if you accumulate correctly. So when that market turns and does go up, you have more assets. So, you know, if you had one asset and it went up, that okay, so what? But if you could accumulate 1,000 assets as it's going down and then it goes up, that's how the professional traders make money. Okay. They accumulate, they use proper money management to trade, and that's how you make money. So I agree with you 100% on all of that.
Well, one thing that I love is that you already have a background in this space. You know, what I see a problem in the current crypto space is we have a lot of people who had success in direct selling with no prior experience of either crypto or trading, and they're coming in and they are acting as if they are the expert, and there's a lot of people following them. In fact, one gentleman, I won't say his name, I have a lot of respect for him and what he's accomplished, but he had a live with 3,000, 4,000 people on, ready to go on some trading platform. And he said, you know, I learned early on that you want to buy high and sell low. And at first I thought it was a Freudian slip. And then it turns out he said it 3 times. Now, half the people dropped off immediately, but still there was 1,500 people on there that, you know, where do I send my money? And so I always want to make sure, and this is why I love doing the interviews, to show everybody the quality of the people behind a project, their background, they know what they're doing and how it's set up. And I asked Mr. Crow to also be on here because he has actually been using your program. And so I wonder if I can bring Mr. Crow up for a second just to share his experience using the nSights platform and how it's been working for you so far. Mr. Crow, go right ahead.
Yes, can you hear me okay, Brandon?
I hear you now.
All right,
yes,
let
sir.
me know if I drop off because little system here. But yes, I was fortunate enough to come into this community about 3 years ago. And about 2.5 years ago, I believe it was, I actually set up DigiBot. And just so that the people in the audience can understand, it's brilliant what Doug has actually put together between DigiBot and nSights, because it allows the investor to choose, pick your poison, so to speak. DigiBot allows you to actually trade on centralized exchanges, because a lot of people, operate in that space. And nSights actually allows you to trade in the DeFi space. So a person can either do one or the other or both and have the best of all worlds. And it's kind of and I know they call it DigiBot. DigiBot is set up for those individuals that just want to be totally hands-free. Or I know that they're going to be sharing in the future, in the very near future, options to add some manual trading for those that are interested in that along with DigiBot. But when I look at nSights, it allows me to trade in the DeFi space, number one, maintain access to my assets at all times without a centralized party being involved. And I get to say or have input into how I want the bot to actually operate for me. Okay. Now, I know they call it a bot. I like to call it more of a digital trading assistant, an automated trading assistant, because I tell it what to do and it just executes.
That's it.
And I get to pick the coins. And it's interesting when people look at charts that, whether you're a trader, have experience or not, you've seen a chart before. If you're on this call, you've seen a chart before. Some people understand what that chart is saying. Some people don't. But we all can agree that you see typically red and green bars going up and down, up and down, up and down, that it can be confusing to many. And one thing about this system is all you need to know or comprehend basically is that it goes up and it goes down. And when it goes up, if you're on that asset, there's a potential for profit. And when it comes down, like Doug was just mentioning, there's an opportunity to acquire more assets or what have you and ride it back up. And the cycle continues over and over and over again. And the system allows you to set it. I won't say forget it, because once you set it up, you believe it or not, many people say they want to be hands-free. If you set this up, your desire to see what's going on starts to kind of change. And by osmosis, you start to organically learn how to trade. And Doug and his team offer training with it. It's not just a product that you sign up for and go figure it out. There is years of training inside your dashboard once you become an nSights Trader user. And every Wednesday and every Saturday, they provide detailed training to assist whether you're a complete beginner or an advanced trader, how to maximize the utilization of the platform that they've actually put together. So I'm extremely excited about it. Once again, I used DigiBot early on, and this is one of those things where you look back and you're like, dang, why didn't I keep doing it after the fact? After the fact, because it's not one of those things that you sign up for and you're going to hear the stories. Oh, I made $12,000 last week. I had $1,000 in my account and it turned, and I flipped it 500%. That's not what this is. What this is for those individuals that are in the crypto space that believe long term that crypto is going to be, the future, and you want to position yourself for the long haul and accumulate assets that increase in value over time. I'm not saying that you can't extract profit from the market along the way, but this is not an overnight get rich quick type of thing. It's a tool to be used with a skill set along with it for long-term asset growth.
Well, I like what you said there, Herschel, because we've been saying that this is the year of accumulation. And one thing, if you've got a wallet where you just got crypto sitting there, it's not working for you. It's just riding the market up and down. But if you have a program like this, where you can now put your assets in and let it work for you to enhance and speed up your accumulation process, that's a win-win situation. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because we started off with the DFY, introduction to the ecosystem, and I had it timed out when we would be introducing nSights. One of my guys in our community, Mr. Matthew Ramos, jumped ahead, even ahead of me, jumped on nSights and was shooting me messages about his entry points, and he's so excited, and it made money, and it did this. I'm like, wait, you're already in there? He said, I went to the YouTube, I watched all the videos, I'm on the trainings. So that's another key thing you guys have, just like DFY's got presentations every Tuesday and Thursday. Now you guys are also doing trainings on Wednesday and Saturday, which for the community, which is very, very important. You're hands-on and accessible. So I love that concept as well. So I want to go back to it. You kept talking Digibytes, but Digibytes is not part of the DFY system, correct? Right now we just have nSights. Will Digibytes be added to this ecosystem as well?
So somewhere down the road, yes, absolutely. Right now we're focused on nSights because most of the airdrops are going to be in the decentralized space. And so the key is that I just got done building that software, and we launched, the wallets this week. We launched our first airdrop yesterday. And so, you receive the airdrop. It's going to be some tokens of some kind. Mm-hmm. And most of those tokens won't be traded on an exchange level. They'll be traded in the DeFi space. So you have a couple of options. When that airdrop closes out, you put in $5, $10, whatever you put in, you made $100, $150, $300 or more, whatever you made. I think Peter guarantees that we'll make $100 per airdrop, or we'll do another airdrop for you for free, right? We can't guarantee you're going to make $100. What we can guarantee is that we're going to continue doing airdrops for you until we get you there, right?
Right.
So, but then what do you do? What do you do with those tokens? Well, you made money, you made good money. You could just cash them out, or you could move them over to nSights. And I think, Herschel, I think you were on the call that I just did on the Cycle Trader, maybe, which was a very advanced call on how my Cycle Trader works. But you could put the airdrop in the Cycle Trader, have it, have a target high in the market, have it go up, sell. When it comes back down, buy again, and keep that cycle trading going, right? That's the way it's built. So you either have to cash them out, take the money, or you have to trade them. And nSights is set up to trade them. Now, I ultimately want to offer Digi to the same people, because once you cash out that airdrop or something and you move it into USDT or whatever you're going to move that into, what do you do then? Well, maybe you could move some of it into Digibot and have Digibot accumulate Bitcoin for you, right? My goal with Digibot was to try to get everybody 0.25 or half a Bitcoin or a whole Bitcoin, before Bitcoin goes to $1 million. And if I could do that, then I could take people that are in Digi that never had anything. And if I can get them to 0.25 Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes to $1 million or $1.5 million or 2 million, right? Now they got $250,000, $500,000, and it changes their lives, right? It's that X factor. I've got some people that we've accumulated a lot more Bitcoin than that for. So it really is about accumulation. You guys are right on. It is the year of accumulation. In fact, I think even after the halving that happens with Bitcoin, we typically have drops. That'll be accumulation time. So, whether Bitcoin's at 16,000 or 60,000, and this is the hard thing for people to understand, is, you get high in the market like this and, oh my gosh, should I buy? Well, start buying dips, right? And if it goes deeper, buy a little bit more. Never, ever, ever go all in. Always have cash assets that allow you to accumulate if the market goes deeper, and plan on that, right? Because if we know anything about crypto, it can go down faster than it goes up. And so, and those opportunities allow us to accumulate. And so, year of accumulation, yeah, it definitely is. And next year, hopefully too, and the year after that.
You're like me. I stay low as long as possible.
Yes,
I don't get excited when I see it going up. I get upset. I'm like, no, I need more time.
Yeah, stop. Well, Deb still wants to go back down to 6,000.
6,000 is my goal. Come on, Bitcoin, you can do this.
Now I like how you said that, Deb, because I was telling my community I still believe that there's got to be one more big major drop. But my target was between 15 to 20,000. But with the Bitcoin ETFs coming in and gobbling it up, it's artificially forcing it high. Do you still think there can be a 70% to 80% correction down that low?
Not with the ETF.
She missed her window.
I did. I missed it.
That 16,000 mark, but this latest correction, maybe down to 35, which is still going to be phenomenal for most people because they see how high it's going to go. But I got to tell you, Doug, why I love the nSights DeFi, because what I like to do every time I hear of a new meme coin coming out and they're doing an airdrop, I already know it's on the DeFi marketplace. So I go over and I try to buy it and flip it over there when there's not too many people knowing what's going on. So I kind of know how to, I don't want to say manipulate the market over there because it's low liquidity. But at the same time, it brings some challenges because when you're doing these swaps, either on Uniswap or MetaMask, you've got an impact fee, you've got the Ethereum fees could be high. You might think you're getting this many tokens and it's a 40% loss, but your service of automatically doing that, I don't have to. I love that. I love that concept. And yeah, definitely, if you can add the digibots on the back end of that later on in the future for the DFY ecosystem, I think we have a lot of people that will take advantage of that. But the nSights is phenomenal. I can tomorrow night, guys, in our ILCA Elite group, we're going to be talking about the finishing your onboarding for DFY, but also, we're going to be focusing on nSights and the trading and how to get yourselves in there and into the trainings that they do on Wednesday and Saturday, and have your account set up. The promo that's going on right now at the low $200 level, you have 1 month of nSights. Well, you're going to need more than that. The $600 gets you 4 months. So the higher package you get, the more months you get with activity with this trading. You want access to that. So I want to give it back to Doug. And Doug, is there anything else you'd like to share with the community, or if you want Candace or Deb to share anything else that we might have missed? The floor is yours.
Well, I want to tag on something you just said. You made a good point about the DeFi space, about impact fees and different fees that are really hard sometimes to get out. One of the things that we developed is our own back end that tracks multiple coin combinations for getting out of trades and eliminating impact fees. And so, you can't do this kind of stuff on your own. It takes a system to do these kind of things. And one of the things in nSights is you set your profit target in nSights, and it goes out. If there's slippage, if there's impact fees, whatever is happening in the market, and it cannot get you out at your profit that you desire, nSights continues to track second by second, because those impact fees and things come and go, right? Mm-hmm. And so it will continue to track that. And as soon as it finds the open window for you to get out, it gets you out. Now, the interesting thing about this, let's say you set a 10% or 15% goal, but the market shot way up. And that's what causes the impact fees, right? Because the market is volatile. There's low liquidity in the market at that time. And so now you're up 40, 50% in the market, and there's high impacts. Well, while the market's high, the market stables out. And as soon as nSights sees that exit, it exits you. Now, you were trying to get out at 10 or 15%. Now it gets you out at 40 and 50%.
Wow.
So it's got some intelligence with it. And it's not just, pick a number like a lot of grids or bots or things do. There's a lot of AI that is attached to nSights and Digi that really looks at the market with some intelligence and then figures out how to get out. So that's the last thing I'll leave you guys with. I'll let Candace and Deb, say what they'd like to say, but really appreciate having us on, buddy.
Yeah, sure. So, Herschel, you said something. You said those people who are using nSights are able to learn to trade simply by watching what nSights does. And that is key. We have the training. We help you. We handhold and help you along the way. But if you just watch, nSights shows you where your entry was, gives you a little dot on your chart. And next time you go look at it, if the market's gone up, it gives you another colored little dot, a little blue one to tell you, oh, we got you out of that trade. Then it waits for the market to drop according to your settings, and it'll get you back into the next trade. If you just watch what nSights is doing, nSights is teaching you how to trade. It's phenomenal. I'm very happy with what we've been able to build. I love feeling like I can print money.
Yep.
There's no guarantee in any of that, but it definitely has been happening, and it has been a blast.
Yeah. I have to tell you, Brandon, you was talking about Matthew Ramos. I think one of the most exciting things for me being in support is when people come in and you help them get their account set up, and then a week later they're coming back and they're like, oh my gosh, I made my first profit. I can't wait to do some more. And they want to get back with you and go over some more, and you sit and watch them, and they get so excited, and then they're learning the trainings that Doug does, and they can go again to their back office, or if they're in Discord, they can see the notes and the training and watch that at any time and go back as far as they need to go back. So we offer a lot for the community to be able to continue to learn every week.
Oh, you are speaking my language. I love that. And yeah, Matthew is one of our superstars, and he's a gentleman that takes action. When he saw this, he shot me a message saying, "I see where you're going with this," and he just jumped ahead. So for the rest of you guys in the community, are you starting to see the big picture now? When we start with DFY, and now you're able to have a system done for you to get your hands on assets that's been given for free. Their airdrops is free. Then you take those airdrops, put it into the nSights system, and allow the nSights system to work and increase those assets even more. That's the setup. That's what we're doing here. The legal and compliant way for passive income that you're learning at the same time. Earn while you learn, and not worrying about a rug pull. Somebody stole all my crypto. They took my money. The services is there, and the customer support, as you see, the training. That's what I love. I don't have to be the one doing it. There's a lot of people that need their hand held, and you guys, Deb, you said it. We hold your hand. That's music to my ears. So when people ask me the questions, I go to the system. They're going to help you out every step of the way. So I want to thank Doug and Candace, Deb and Herschel for taking time out of your schedule this morning to share with the team what you guys have and working on. I do have a request. If you guys can get me a short promo video for nSights, so that, because we're going to start with our team blasting, because I know this is what the community wants. The community is looking for a solid and compliant trading platform that they can get involved in and be confident that's going to work for them. So I want to be able to get the word out about it. We're leading with DFY, and it goes into nSights. And tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, on our ILCA Elite call, this is what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be bringing up the nSights and showing you how to get into it. Now that you've got your DFY set up, how to go from there to get to your nSights, get plugged into the trainings, and then more information. So with that, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your schedule, and we'd love to have you back again in the future. Once our community even gets bigger, I love to schedule another interview with the DFY team and the nSights team, to all the new people coming on board. But we're definitely going to be sharing this recording out to everybody who wasn't able to make it here live, and those that want to see it again. So with that, thank you guys for being here. And your next training is Wednesday, correct?
Wednesday night, yes, at 5 p.m. Pacific. So yes.
All right, that's perfect. 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah,
5 p.m.
time this week too, guys.
Oh,
yeah, we changed time, but it'll still be 5 p.m. Pacific.
Okay, that's my time.
Yeah.
I'm in California. So 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on Wednesday evening will be the next nSight. So that's perfect. All right, guys. So we're going to, after our call tomorrow night, we've got the DFY call on Tuesday at the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and then the nSights training. So we're going to make sure we pack up that Wednesday call. Everybody in the ILCA elite groups got to be on that call for Wednesday. So we'll make sure we pack that up. So, all right. Thank you guys for your time. Yes, go ahead.
One thing I want to add in, just for complete clarification, for anyone that's listening right now, if you already have a done-for-you package with an AVA gummy, or if you are about to purchase a package with an AVA gummy, access to nSights is already included. You've already paid for access. Engage. At least come check it out. Get it set up and check it out. If you have a $200 AVA gummy, you at least have one full month to try it, to see how everything operates or what have you, and then you can move accordingly after that. So just want to make sure everybody knows if you already have an Avogami, you already have access.
Thank you. And we're going to have Mr. Crow's going to be back up tomorrow night in our call, and we're going to share this information in detail as well. And the link, we'll post that in our Telegram groups. So you guys will have the link for not only the DFY, but also for the nSights for next week. So with that, enjoy the rest of your day. And my youngest son is begging me to go take him to see Kung Fu Panda 4. So I will be doing that today.
We're going as well today, Brandon.
Dragging me out. I'm not feeling well. We'll do that. And then I will see all of you guys for the ILCA Elite Group Sunday night. And if you're brand new and you're looking at this from the first time on one of the Facebook or YouTube channels, get back with the person who invited you or how you stumbled across here, and they will get you the information to get added to our community, and so that you can get plugged into what's going on. So with that, take care, everybody. Bitcoin Brandon out. Thank you, nSights team, and we'll see you all next week on Wednesday night. Bye-bye.
The wealthy have a secret.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Did you know that some of the biggest companies in the world are buying and or positioning themselves into Web3?